Alright everyone, and I wanted to talk to you about basically why I dropped CoD. And the reason I'm like talking about this is like I actually, well, first off, I wanted to wanted to say I had a few like old videos that I thought about using, and then I thought maybe I'll get some like Call of Duty gameplay to like kind of let your eyes glaze over as you listen to this. But I thought, hell no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to I'm not going to entertain the fact of like trying to go on them. So I thought I would just like straight from the hip why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. Not to say that like I won't ever like play it again, but there's a few things that I mentioned. Basically, the fact that like when you first play Call of Duty, like your first kind of like main title that you spend a lot of time on is the fact that like you don't really know like what you're dealing with or like talking about. You don't know. You just take things at face value. The first time you play, you go, okay, this is what Call of Duty is. And then when the next title comes out, you naturally want to compare like your best kind of Call of Duty, which is always your first Call of Duty. That's your best. Like that's your favourite one. People say it's not like the most fun times you'll have is probably like the first one you play, and you compare that to the new one, and you see why, and that was what will make it like likable or not likable. And like basically, when you get to that stage, there's only so many like I feel anyway like. If you should be a critical gamer, which I am, like I do look at games generally and like I will be critical about them, is like there's only maybe a couple of stages you go where like nah you've kind of dropped the ball, and this where I feel like the it gets cloudy is where like people make money like off of it. You can tell for the fact like YouTubers, like that's all they post is Call of Duty is the fact that like, that's how they make their living, which I can kind of respect. But at the same time, you'll never hear them just simply own up and say this game is shit. They'll say like, oh, there's a balance issue or connection or whatever. Just like there's a reason you went back to the previous Call of Duty is because that game is shit. And people say, oh, it's not as enjoyable or whatever. Just admit it that it blows. Do you know what I mean? And then you get like the opposite end where like, which is I think ironic or whatever. Like, is people play like the previous year, like Call of Duty, but at the same time they're announcing like the features of the new Call of Duty. Like, yeah, I don't like this year's Call of Duty, but I'm going to like basically try and like squeeze out any penny I can about the new one. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, how many Call of Duties do you actually need to buy before you realise that you don't get as much enjoyment out of it, or like you just think, no, this game's shit. So every year they try to like reinvent the series somehow, which I can get is kind of hard because it's restrictive as an FPS shooter. Like what you gonna do? Like okay, you get new guns and then maybe more like player movement, like freedom, which is like Titanfall, which bombed after like a month and a half. Nobody could be asked for that game. Like it's not nobody posts Titanfall now. It's fucking that's gone. But I mean, if you look, how many people you know like who are like kind of like big Call of Duty channels actually post Ghosts? Like on regular occasions, it's all Black Ops 2 because people just think Ghosts is shit, but they won't say that. They'll just say, "Oh, it's more enjoyable," because they don't. Because the big reason is the fact, like, see when the new game comes out, is they'll get exclusive like footage or they'll get invited to some sort of event where they can get basically they'll be allowed to upload 20 minutes of game footage of the new one which gets some views and there's some people just they've got no backbone just to admit go and like say well Infinity Ward or your game sucks dick, and that's the thing like for me I mean, I'm never like if I'm realistic about it, I'm never going to make one on YouTube. To be honest about it, I mean, I'm nearly 2 years on here, and I'm not making anything. I don't ever expect to make anything, but I can see how like making money will change your opinion or can affect like your outlook on things. But I stopped playing Call of Duty because I just felt like your games are shit now. Like you're not bringing the goods. You're basically recycling shit. And the problem with it is because it's the number one FPS like out there, is like each year there's new people getting into the franchise, and it's their first new experience. So they again, where you were like maybe 3 4 years ago, are they're there now, learning COD for the first time. Don't know what's like. And like when I played Ghosts, I played like the first week, and I didn't. I stopped playing Ghosts a week and a half after I got it, and just this game is terrible. Like it's awful. You know what I mean? And same as even though they probably haven't said it in quite so much like terms, you can tell because they're not playing it. They've done it's just they've been playing Black Ops 2 for 2 years. I'm just saying, like, ask yourself, like, don't get to like now even like June and like pre-order like Advanced Warfare because you've seen one trailer. Like, actually spend some time, maybe even wait till like it's going to come out. Look at what like the YouTubers that you watch so much actually think about the game, And like, I don't know, like just kind of like don't be so willing to give your money over because that's the reason they continue every year. Because like suckers, like we're just suckers. We're like fucking wee piranhas. They drop a wee fucking like a wee cow leg in, and we're just like no 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 no. We can't help it. We buy it up without actually taking any sort of thought and like being critical about what we're actually playing and giving our money away to. I don't know, something to consider. But I hope you take something away from this. I hope you at least like think about it. It's not that big a deal, but the main reason I put this up is because like I know like my videos aren't as popular as they used to be because like a big thing as I used to post was Call of Duty. When you look at the views now, and even today, like my most popular upload is a Call of Duty video. But I'm just not willing to like keep giving them my money for like recycled shit until I really see something that like okay yeah like I hear positive reviews from like people that I trust and like I game with and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you think about it and I don't know, take something away from this, and I'll catch you all next time.